The Heineken Cup returns this weekend when the Ospreys travel to France to face reigning French champions Castres in the first of a back-to-back double-header. Join us now at Llandarcy as we look ahead to this week's game with Tyler Ardron, Tom Isaacs and Gruff Rees. Tom, you've had to wait for your chance this season, but you took it with both hands last week with an impressive physical performance in midfield.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating season for me so far, but it was nice to get a good run out on the weekend in my first league involvement, and yeah, hopefully now I can just improve on that and pick up a couple more games.
It was a good personal performance, but a disappointing result for the team, which obviously sets us back in the Pro 12, but it's a chance to put it right with a big double-header against the French champions in the Heineken Cup.
Yeah, it was a disappointing result. Felt that we didn't capitalise on a couple of chances we had on the weekend, and unfortunately resulted in a loss. But yeah, huge chance now to put things right. It's all to play for now in the Heineken Cup. We definitely need to come away with 2 wins, so it's full steam ahead.
And we welcome back our international contingent this weekend. How tough is it when you've only got 1 or 2 training sessions before we head off to France?
I suppose it is difficult, whereas other teams have had an extra week in preparation. But I think the boys know each other well enough, and experienced enough players to hopefully just slot back in and be all right for the game Friday.
Are the squad confident of being able to deliver 2 results against Castres?
Yeah, I certainly think so. It's an exciting time for a lot of the boys, as well as boys making their Heineken Cup debut. So it's going to be a good one, I think.
Tyler, last time we spoke to Ospreys TV, you were a fresh arrival into the region. A couple of months later, how are you settling in?
Settling in very well still. Getting really used to the things here and the day-to-day life as a rugby player, and yeah, it's been great.
More importantly, you're getting some game time now in an Ospreys shirt. How are you enjoying that? How are you finding the standard of rugby?
It's obviously a big lift up from anything we have in Canada, so it's great just to be able to play that week in, week out, and play with some of the best players in the world every weekend.
And you grabbed your first try for the Ospreys as well already. How was that?
Yeah, well, I think it was more of a team effort than anything I had to do. Was just fall over the line, so it was exciting though.
It wasn't a 25-metre run in?
And it wasn't anything too big.
Obviously this weekend we switched to the Heineken Cup and a big test against the French champions. Back to back, we have them at the Liberty the following week. That's going to be a big ask, these 2 games.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that it's a big ask, but it's obviously a winnable game for us as long as we prepare properly, so we're all looking forward to it.
And then we follow that up with some Christmas derby matches and a chance for you to enjoy some festive spirit against the Scarlets. How are you looking forward to that?
I'm really excited for that. I've only heard about it, never been able to witness it myself, so I'm really looking forward to just being in that stadium and have a packed place to play in.
Gruff, disappointment ultimately last weekend at home to Glasgow, but no better challenge than Castres back to back to focus the minds.
Yeah, it is. It's a great block of games for us in terms of back into Europe and then the Welsh derbies. But there's parts of last weekend's performance that we can take some pride in. It's a real difficult game for us in the calendar, but for 60 minutes tactically we've been spot on. We've squeezed Glasgow in the right areas and taken opportunities, and obviously a key moment goes against us, but we've got to use that sort of kick in the guts to try and galvanise the group this week, and the boys coming back and can try and help that process. They know their backs against the wall that we're going to come out fighting.
How do you cope as a coaching group then when you're bringing back the international contingent? It's great news that we're strengthening the group ahead of the big games, but not much time to really integrate them back into the group before we play on Friday night.
No, it is desperately difficult, not just for us as coaches, but for them as players as well. They're playing test footy on a Saturday night, and then Monday morning they're coming in, and we're trying to go through some clarity around the working week without practically being on the field, just trying to give some guidance on where we need the week to take shape and some of the key themes. And then today really is the main training day in terms of units in the morning and a 40-minute team session this afternoon. So it doesn't add up to a great deal, but we've got to adapt as coaches, and top players as well have got to come in and just ride the wave straight away in terms of getting back into sort of the Osprey themes of work and take the energy with them Friday night.
This time last year it was similar, and we went up to face the Giants at Toulouse and put in a very credible performance out there before beating them at the Liberty. So really, that type of attitude is what we need this time around again.
Yeah, without question. There was a lot to like in terms of this period last year, young players stepping up, and it did give us a boost into the Christmas games also. So we've got to look for something similar. But have no fear going to these French sides. Yeah, you respect them. The physical prowess is incredible. They've got money to spend and world stars across the board. And Castres, to be fair, have got a smartness about them which helped them win the championship last year. But we can't take a step back on them. We've got to try and get on the front foot and be excited by having a real good crack.
And looking a little bit further ahead, the following week Castres come back to the Liberty, and then in a few weeks' time we've got the Scarlets back to back as well. How important are the supporters during a time like this?
Yeah, they are massive. We know we've been on a bad run results-wise, but a lot of our performances, though not 80-minute performances, are starting to show glimpses of where we'd like the team to go, and there's certainly some promise there in terms of this group. But also within the context of the league, we need some big support in terms of how we can push ourselves on. Having slipped out of the top four, we want to really kick into that top four and keep striving for things at the top of the league.
And that's all for this week. Don't forget, tickets for the return match against Castres at the Liberty Stadium on Friday the 13th of December are on sale now at the Liberty Stadium ticket office, online and via the ticket hotline. Make sure you get your tickets now and support the cause.